students. Today we are going to start with the literature reader of class 6, that is Oxford New Pathways by Gayatri Khanna. So here today we are going to start with the poem, and the name of the poem is The Spider and the Fly by Mary Howitt. So come to page number 56. The name of the poem is The Spider and the Fly. Will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly. 'Tis the prettiest little parlor that ever you did spy. The way into my parlor is up a winding stair, and I have many curious things to show when you are there. Oh, no, no, said the little fly, to ask me in his vain. To ask me is it vain? For who goes up your winding stair can never come down again. Here, in this stanza, the spider is trying to convince the fly to come to his living room, and he is telling her that it's a very beautiful there. There is a winding stair, like a rolling coaster stair. So here, fly is saying it's of no use, because whoever is coming to your living room, no one comes back out. Come to page number 57. Here it is being told, I'm sure you must be very dear with soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed, said the spider to the fly. There are pretty curtains drawn around. The sheets are fine and thin. And if you like to rest a while, I will snugly tuck you in. Oh, no, no, said the little fly, for I have often heard it said, they never, never wake again who sleep upon your bed. So here in this stanza again, he was trying to convincing the fly that if you are just so tired, I can help you to, I'm inviting you to come inside and just resting on my bed. But what she is saying that I have heard it that whoever comes to your bed will never wake up again. Next answer. Said the cunning spider to the fly, dear friend, what can I do to prove the warm affection I have always felt for you? I have within my pantry good store for all that's nice. I'm sure you are very welcome. Will you please to take a slice? Oh, no, no, said the little fly. Kind sir, that can't be. I have heard what's in your pantry, and I don't wish to see. Here again, very cleverly, the spider is convincing to the fly that you are a very dear friend of mine. What can I do for you? Like, I'm always ready to help you out and to make you happy. And what he's saying, that he's having a very good pantry where the food is being made, which is very nice. So come inside and have something to eat. So what she is saying, again she is refusing the invitation of the spider. And what she's saying that she is not interested in seeing the pantry. Sweet creature, said the spider, you are witty and you are wise. How handsome are your gauzy wings, how brilliant are your eyes. I have a little looking glass upon my parlour shelf. If you will step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself. Now he was just luring it, just making it lovely talks and like that. And he was just what saying wings and all those things so that she will be satisfied. And what she is saying, what he is saying to her that come in, he is holding a mirror over there. She can look how beautiful and attractive she is. I thank you, gentle sir, she said, for what you are pleased to say, and bidding you good morning now, I will call another day. So here the fly is saying thanks to the spider, and she is just saying that she will come afterwards to call him good morning. Page number 58. The spider turned him round about and went into his den, for well he knew the silly fly would soon come back again. So he wove a subtle web in a little corner fly and set his table ready to dine upon the fly. Then he came out to his door again and merrily did, saying, come hither, pretty fly, with the pearl and silver wing. Your robes are green and purple, there's a crest upon your head. Your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead. So here what the spider is saying, that he is definitely sure that she will come back again. So he cleverly just put a trap for her so that whenever she enters, he will just trap the fly. Then what he did, he came to the door and sang. And what he's saying, come here, pretty fly, like your wings are silver and pearl. Your robes are your clothes. They are green and purple, and you are having a crest upon your head. And your what he is comparing here is that her eyes are like diamond bright, but his eyes are dull as lead. Alas, how very soon this silly little fly, hearing his willy flattering words, came slowly flitting by with buzzing wings. She hung aloft, then near and nearer drew, thinking only of her brilliant eyes and green and purple hue, thinking only of her crested head. Poor foolish thing, at last up jumped the cunning spider and fiercely held her fast. He dragged her up his winding stair into his dismal den within his little parlour, but she never came out again. Now she just entered the den of the spider by the sweet talks of him, and what he did, he just grabbed the fly when she enters in, and she never comes out. And now, dear little children, who may this story read to idle, silly, flattering words, I pray you never give heed unto an evil counselor, close heart and ear and eye, and take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. And this poem is written by Mary Howitt. So, in the last paragraph, what the poet is trying to say is that be aware of the sweet talks of the that who is having evil intentions behind anything. So, before doing anything, just go through the condition of the fly done by the spider. Mary Howitt was an English poet and author. Her poem, The Spider and the Fly, is her most famous work, although with her husband she authored more than 180 books. When living in Heidelberg, Germany, she learned Swedish and Danish and translated many of Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales. I hope you understand the poem. Now, come to page number 59. We will be discussing the questions only. No answer written, nothing. Question number 1. What are the 4 ways in which the spider tries to lure the fly? Like first, he was just inviting him to see his winding stair, to come inside his parlor, that is living room, which is so beautiful. Secondly, to his bed. Thirdly, to his pantry. And by last but not the least, by explaining its beauty, that how attractive she is. The spider refers to its web as the parlor, but later the narrator call it a den. Why is this so? Because he was just like a lion who is waiting for its prey to come, and he was just ready to fetch it up, just to grab it up. What makes the fly change her mind and enter the spider's trap? That is how the spider beautifies, explains her beauty, and she was just attracted to it and by the sweet talks. Think of the character traits of the spider and the fly. Which 3 adjectives would you use to describe the spider and the fly each? Spider, he is very cunning. He was just flattering, and he was just assuming him to be silly in front of fly. Fly is sweet, innocent, and what next can be? Okay. Question number 5. A simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two different things by employing the words as or like. When we are using the part of speech as or like, we are using the simile. Metaphor is a figure of speech in which an indirect comparison is made between two objects that seem dissimilar but actually have things in common. Pick out an example, each of a simile and a metaphor from the poem. Simile is your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead. Metaphor is crest upon your head. Now question is, look in the dictionary and find the meaning of the word fable. Is this poem an example of a fable? Why do you think so? Fable means a short story that is typically with animals as characters conveying a moral. Yes, this poem is an example of a fable because the poem gives us moral lesson that do not get flattered on the sweetness of the person who is trying to trap you in his or her evil intention. That's all for today. In the next class, we will writing down the question answers only. I hope the poem is clear to you. Thank you. Have a nice day.